Good evening, ladies and gents. Tonight on Black Velvet Radio, and I have the pleasure and honor to host one of the most esteemed and influential guitar players throughout the hard rock genre, a guitar hero for many, Doug Aldrich. And I were going to talk about the first releases of 2021. Hopefully, a better year from 2020 for everyone. So, Doug, good morning from your end, and good evening from my end. Holy
Hey,
ground.
Tassos. Hey, how are you? Hey, everybody. How
Yes,
are you
fine.
guys?
So, fifth studio installment for Dead Daisies. Holy ground is due to
Yes,
today. How you feeling?
I'm feeling excited, man. Finally, it's been a long wait. We had the record ready a year ago, but we had to wait, because the virus.
Yeah, I believe so. So, it was difficult for you making the album. Any difficulties beyond all this that we are living right now with COVID?
Well, actually, we had the record finished. We recorded the record in November 2019, and it was ready. We finished it in the beginning of 2020 before everything went crazy. So we were planning on touring and supporting the record fully last year, but we just pushed it back and pushed it back. We released a couple of songs, throughout the year. We released "Unspoken" in May, and then we released "Bustle and Flow" in July, and then finally in December we released the first real single, title track, "Holy Ground."
So, what was the original releasing day?
The original release date was April of last year, and so we pushed it back till now.
Yes, I believe in many bands, and not only you, had this problem.
Yes.
So, uh, your new album is due to release for today. Do you believe that have a new sound, a new musical style from this new album in comparison with the previous ones?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. You know, it features Glenn Hughes on vocals and bass, so there's going to be a
Yeah.
big sound change from where we were on the last album, and we're very excited about that. It's really cool what Glenn brought to the band, and it's just lifted it up. And obviously, when you bring a new lead singer in, you're going to have major, change in sound. But we're very excited about it. We think it's great, and it's a fresh start for the band, which is awesome.
I believe Glenn had a very strong influence on you because it's from 2019. 2019, yes. So I believe not only on vocals and on bass. Do you believe a more groove sound, a more vibrant 70s style?
Yeah, I think Glenn's bass playing is it's incredible. I had toured with Glenn in 2015, and he is he's just a phenomenal player. Obviously, everyone knows he's such a great singer and songwriter, uh, but people forget it. They don't talk about his bass playing enough. He's just a ferocious player, and his sound on the album is really nice. I really love it.
Okay, I searched about the artwork, and not only the sound, but also the artwork has this vibrant 70s style. So I believe it's a statement that is a direction, at least for
Well,
now.
yeah, we love that. We all grew up in the '60s and '70s and the '80s, but definitely Glenn is he was doing this in the '70s. He was playing this music in the '70s, and I love that sort of sound as well. That sound as well. We didn't really plan it. It's just the songs that we wrote were very simple and open with space. There's a lot of space on the album, and we wrote a bunch of songs together, and then our producer Ben Gross, and management helped us pick the ones and how they would go together.
Well, many of us on the radio heard Holy Ground, and we believe in our point of view, Holy Ground and Bustle and Flow. It's kind of like a signature tracks about the album, that 70s and 80s vibrant style. Do you believe it's that declarations of bringing back rock and roll, as you said, on its original roots?
It's up to you guys. I trust what you guys think because I'm a little too close to it to make a objective call. I love the '70s music. I love all music. Even music that's I hear new music sometimes. It sounds very modern, and I like that too. And I love the traditional blues and everything. But I mean, we we basically leave the. I think we should leave the opinions to the listener. Let the listener decide and choose.
Yeah. So, the more difficult questions. Your
Okay,
faves songs from the album, and why?
my favorite songs.
Yeah.
They're all important to me. I think the way the record flows, it's kind of classic in the sense that if you listen to it from top to bottom, it gets a strong, a stronger feeling than if you just break it down to signature tracks or something. But I think that um, Holy Ground is turned out to be a great opening track. It was a song that Glenn brought to the band when we first started writing together in August of 2019. Glenn brought that song in, and we basically were just getting used to each other, and so we finished writing it exactly how he planned it. And then when we listened to it fresh when we were recording the album, by that time we felt a lot more comfortable with looking to make changes or whatever. So we decided to slow it down a little bit and simplify it a little bit, and just and then I wanted to make the guitars a bit heavier, so it kind of changed the riff a little bit, and all those changes made it into this kick-ass opening track. So I love that track. I also love Come Alive. I love the lyric on Come Alive. That's a song that like Bustle and Flow, I brought some parts to Glenn, and then Glenn and I and David finished it up when we were in the south of France, working on the album. And then let's say um, let's say I really love the commercial side of Chosen and Justified. It's a really fun song, and I really love that. And then stuff like No Other is a kick-ass heavy groove rock song. That was the first song that I wrote when I was bringing songs in for with Glenn in mind, and I wanted to do something with that kind of a groove. And I showed Glenn, and he was like, "Yeah, I like that." So I mean, basically, I just wanted to present Glenn with ideas that would help inspire him.
Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about the thing that we all are living. These are strange times. So I believe the consequences of COVID-19 from the start of 2020 to the music industry and not only affected many bands, labels, and releases. What is your plans for supporting Holy Ground? About
We're definitely planning on touring at some point. We just don't know when, if that's going to be this year, but we hope it's going to be in the summertime. We've got some dates, including, I believe, some Athens
I
dates in
think
the
with
summer.
Judas Priest, I think with Release Festival, I know you're supporting Judas Priest, so maybe it's a possible date.
Yeah, that's something that looks like it could happen. You never can tell. I don't want to say yes for sure because it's just depends on the pandemic, but things are going to get better soon. I mean, we've got vaccines going all around the world, and we've had a lot of people that all over the world that have gotten sick and recovered, which is great. Unfortunately, we've lost a lot of lives too, so that's horrible. But I think that we are going to find a way. We need to find a way to get live music back. It's essential for our people's health.
How things going on LA from this perspective?
LA is been it's doing a little better than it did a week or two ago, 2 weeks ago, because we had people that had traveled at Christmas time, and so they got home and brought some sickness and stuff like this. So it was a little difficult, but it's getting better right now. The numbers are coming down a little bit, and so that's good. We've been staying in.
Yes, I think I read an article about USA that maybe one third of the venues are going to close due to COVID and lack of, work, lack of
Yeah,
gigs. What do you believe about that?
I believe that's true, and it's horrible. And there's some really amazing places that can't survive because of this. But um, we have to try and support the ones that do stay open as much as we can. I know I won't. I really there's a few venues in my area that I love. One is called the Baked Potato, and it's a really important venue. And of course, the world famous Rainbow is. We need to keep the rainbow alive. That's
It's a
where Lemmy.
legend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And and then also the Troubadour and the Whiskey and the Roxy. These clubs, I'd hate to see anything happen, but you never know. I mean, we're gonna have to see what happens in the spring. But I think in California we're starting to see that we're not increasing cases, uh, so that's a good thing. But I know it's different everywhere in the world, so we just need to get the vaccines out.
yeah. You had on the press release some two dates for February and March on Europe. You believe they are doable?
No, those have already been pushed back
They are
next
pushed
year.
back.
Till next year. Yeah, it was meant to start in. It was meant to start in a few weeks actually, but we're gonna obviously have to push that back until you know next year. But like I said, we're hopeful that the dates with Judas Priest and Foreigner this summer will stay. That's
Well, at least here in Greece, it's a little bit dire. Not
yes,
about COVID, but as about gigs concerned, it's a little bit difficult.
yes,
So, if I remember right, please correct me. You already have two videos about the new album. I
yes,
think it's Holy Ground and I think it's Bustle and Flow, right?
yeah, that's right.
Do you have anything else to give us
There's
that you are not going to that you are not released yet?
there's gonna be more coming soon. But I don't know which single is the next one though. It might be it might be like no other. I'm not sure which one it is.
Okay, something different. It's my personal questions that I noticed. We have a flowered skull almost in every album, right? You can say a little bit like a mascot. You can say that.
Yeah,
Does
maybe.
he, she, or it have a name? What do you say?
Um, no, it doesn't have a name as far as I know. But that's funny because yeah, it's always there. The flowered skull, the dead daisy. Maybe it's
It's like
Daisy.
daisies. Yeah, yeah, why not? It's like a trademark now for dead daisies. And
Yes.
believe me, I wish I would see you when the summer comes. I
Well,
believe
I
it's a
hope
little.
so too. I hope so too. I think
Well,
I think I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that we will get to do some shows in the summertime. But like I said, right now we just have to take care of each other, take care of ourselves, be safe, all that stuff.
okay, I believe it. I believe we'll see you on summer because right now some gigs that they are, you know, for March and May on Greece are pushed back for the autumn of 2021,
Yeah.
and we don't know about the summer festival here in Greece. We hope seeing you, and let's talk about something else. You are
Okay.
going to promote the new album to streaming platforms?
Yes, it should be on. It should be on now, I think.
I'm asking because there is starting a movement in a way that many artists are, you know, displaced from streaming platforms. What's your opinion about that?
It's difficult for musicians to get paid properly because streaming. You have to have so many streams. But I think that it is here, so we have to learn to work with it. And I think in some senses it's good to get the album out. But yeah, I mean, if I had my wish, I wish that there were still record stores with that you could go walk in and buy whatever record you wanted and every album that came out. But it is what it is. It's there, it's for research and other things. I think it's really good. But to hear an album that's played digitally is not the same, even though it's recorded to digital. I mean, we put so much effort into how it sounds, but then someone will stream it onto their iPhone speaker. So yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's got its good sides too, though. Like I said, research. When you want to go and find, songs that you thought about that you heard when you were a kid and you don't even remember, sometimes the streaming will help you find those songs.
Yeah. Okay. First time I heard you was, if I remember right, on a DVD deal, Evil or Divine. I
Yeah.
think, yeah, that was the first time I heard you, and I was impressed on how you treated the old songs. And I'm asking, which guitar heroes are your heroes?
Well, I would say the biggest ones are the early ones are it's Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, Richie Blackmore. Then later, a whole bunch of others. Eddie Van Halen came out and blew everybody away, and Randy Rhoads, Michael Schenker, and then I found Gary Moore, and Gary Moore really hit me hard. Um, and that might be one of the last ones that I can feel like has influenced me.
Okay, which bands are you listening right now in this period?
Um, I listen to a lot of everything. I mean, I listen to 70s pop just to relax. There's like old songs from the 70s that stuff like that. But I also like some of the newer bands like Greta Van Fleet, and there's you know there's a band called Tyler Perry. Sorry, Tyler Bryant and the Shakedown. Tyler Perry, my buddy. I was thinking of Tyler Perry because my buddy works for Tyler Perry. Tyler Bryant is a great guitar player singer out of Nashville, and he's got a band called The Shakedown, and they're really cool. Rival Sons has been around for a while. Joe Bonamassa is legendary, but he keeps putting out really good music. There's a band called Dirty Honey that I really like a lot, and and then of course I always go back and listen to the old stuff, Sabbath or Rainbow with Dio. I love to listen to still.
Okay, any memories you had from the first time you went on stage, or any memories from the worst, best show, something funny?
I've had it all, man. I mean, one of the greatest experiences was the Dead Daisies in 2017. We we headlined a Polish festival called the Polish Woodstock Freedom Festival in Poland, and we did it along with a 60-piece orchestra. So it was really cool, and there was 500,000 people there that night. People can see it on YouTube. That was a great time. Doing doing Download Festival with Whitesnake was great. Also doing Download with the Dead Daisies was great, and Sweden Rock with the Dead Daisies was a great show. With Dio, obviously that Evil or Divine show is pretty special. As far as my some bad ones, my very first show with Dio. We had rehearsed and everything was ready, and we were so tight. And the very first show, um, the intro tape goes, and I was a little nervous. Anyways, my first show with Ronnie, and my guitar wasn't working. So halfway through the song, finally my guitar got back going again. Man, I was really, really bummed out about that. But these things happen, and you got to move on.
You can say it's a part of the magic that you are living. Well, something that you may regret throughout your career, damn, I wished I would do that or not.
um, Nothing really that I would regret that I can think of. I mean, everything's a learning experience, whether it turns out good or bad. I mean, there's I've done a lot of different sessions over the years. I have it's been maybe something different for me, so it's good. I'd learned something. But regarding my trademark kind of stuff that I play and I write, I I do it always with the best intention, and I play it as hard as I can and with as much feeling as I can, so that in case something happens to me and I die tomorrow, that I can say, I can think to myself that I've done my best.
Well, I think that was beautiful. Okay, any last message to your fans here in Greece?
Well, I love my fans. I love our fans in Greece, the Dead Daisies fans, the fans that I've met from Whitesnake and the Dead Daisies and Dio all over the world, but especially the times that I've been in Greece with, I met a lot of friends through Whitesnake, and everybody is just so amazing there. That's beautiful heart and soul in all through Greece. I've got friends in Thessaloniki and Kavala and obviously Athens. Um, and these people always would do anything for me, and I appreciate that. So I look forward to seeing you guys hopefully this year. Keep our fingers
Hopefully,
crossed.
yes.
Yeah.
One last quick question. Any fond memories from Greece?
Well, yeah, being on tour with Whitesnake and Def Leppard, we had a day off in Athens, and we were just at the pool on top of the hotel all day long, just having a blast. And then one time when I came with Whitesnake, I went up to the Parthenon, and me and Tommy Aldrich and Marco Mendoza, and I still have those pictures. It was really cool. And uh, there was an outdoor festival, not a festival, it was an outdoor headline show that Whitesnake did. That was in this beautiful old venue. That was amazing. Scorpions and Whitesnake, we played Thessaloniki. Um, you know, it was just fun times. Those the Scorpions guys are great guys, just like Def Leppard guys. Yeah, and then I think with Whitesnake and Scorpions, maybe it was where we did an outdoor arena or outdoor um, arena, a stadium, a football stadium in Athens. That was a great gig. I remember we started the show with Burn, and there was people lighting. I mean, it's dangerous. It's not funny, but people lighting fires in the audience, and it was just like mayhem.
Well, we
So
have that. I know that. We're a little bit, hot fans. I know that. We're a little bit crazy sometimes. Doug, thank you very much. Ladies and gents, Doug Aldrich from Dead Daisies. New album out there from today, Holy Ground. Doug, thank you very much. I'm honored speaking with you.
thank you, brother. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all you do, and everyone stay safe, and we'll see you as soon as we possibly can.
Okay, we hopefully see you on summer with Judas Priest. Hopefully, COVID make us give us some slack. So,
Yeah.
Doug, thank you very much. Ladies and gents, we'll see you next time, of course, on Black Velvet Radio. Doug, have a nice day. Ladies and gents, good night. Thank you very much.
Black Velvet Radio.